A life that is straightforward without bending corners is not a life worth living. So I'm saying to you, wherever you are listening to me this morning, that when life throws lemon at you, make a lemonade. If you can't make a lemonade, you can as well plant a whole orchard of lemons with what life has thrown at you. So a life that is worth living is a life that is full of ups and downs. That is a life that when you walk safely to the end of the journey, you will say, thank God, I hold on to what I believe, and it paid off. And then when you're walking towards the end of your journey, you have one or two things to use to inspire the young people who will come to you from time to time to seek advice, to seek counsel, and to seek wisdom. So today, we'll be talking about why is it darkest when it's about to be done? That is the question I posed there. Why is it darkest when it's about to be done? Anybody who can answer this question, I have a token of 2,000 naira for anybody who can answer this question. And if nobody can answer this question, by the end of the discussion, I shall give you the answer to that question. Why is it darkest when it's about to be done? That is the question. I'm tweeting the question right at you. And that is the topic for today. Why is it darkest when it's about to be done? This morning, I'm going to take some biblical perspective, because Bible is the greatest book that captures both the history, the present, and the future. So, the question is, are there some time in human history where men have to ask this question, that where is God when their situation looks stupid? Or where is God when their situation don't make sense? Are there some moments like that in the book of the Bible? Are there some moments like that in real life today? Are there going to be moments like that tomorrow? One of the greatest moments that has brought up that question is, where is God? Where coronavirus is wreaking havoc on humanity. Where is God? Where situation looks stupid. Where is God when situation don't make sense? Where is God where situation get worse? The question is, why is it darkest when it's about to be done? Have you ever looked at the weather by 5 a.m. in the morning? If you step out and you go outside, you notice that the weather seems to be darker than what it was during the night. So why is it like that? If you could answer that question, there is a price tag of 2,000 naira to that question. DM us there or leave the question as a comment. By the end of this, I'll give you answer to it. If nobody is able to give the answer, but if somebody is able to give the answer, I shall affirm the answer. But taking the perspective of where we are today, I think I was looking at the happening across the globe yesterday, pandemic-wise. We learned by now that about roughly 30-something million people have gotten a coronavirus worldwide, and about 680-something people, that is half a million of human beings, have died. Now the question is, where is God where all these people are dying? Some of them are people who have contributed heavily to human society. They have influenced history in one way or the other. Where is God where all these people are dying? Some of them are religious leaders. Some of them are governors of different states in their federations. The question is, where is God where situation looks stupid? Where is God when situation don't make sense? Where is God when situation get worse? The question will take us back to the Bible. Where is God where Jesus Christ, his son, was being nailed on the cross? I remember during Jesus' teaching on earth, one day he was passing by and he came across a man who was born blind. And then the mother of the young man was crying to him to heal the child. And the disciple of Jesus Christ said to him, "Master, let this one go." And the master said, "I should not let him go." And then another disciple asked a question. He said, "Why is this child born blind?" Tentatively, everybody began to wonder. But Jesus said that this child is not blind because of the sin of the mother, neither is it because of the sin of the child, neither is it because of the sin of the father of the child, but this child was born blind for one reason. What is the reason? Jesus answered that question, and I'm going to come back to give you the answer. Where is God where situation looks stupid? Where is God where situation don't make sense? Why is it darkest when it's about to be done? Another question will come. In the Christian Bible, we are reading somewhere the beginning of the book of Job. The Bible says there is a man in the east. He is the richest man. And that man fear God and he eschew evil. So if there is a man that fear God and eschew evil, how come that same man have his entire wealth and his family wiped out on the single day? Where is God when situation don't make sense? Where is God? Why the pandemic lingered on the face of the earth? Where is God where men are being committed to Mother Earth as a result of pandemic? Stay with me. We shall answer these questions together. I paint another picture to you. A story was told by Daddy Gio of Redeemed Christian Church of God of a woman who's in 90s was one day by the bank of the river to welcome her child who was returning from overseas. That young man has spent some years to study overseas. In those days, when going to overseas is a gold. And then the woman was at the bank of the river. His son is already in the boat on the high sea. And the woman could already see his son coming. And the son, in the excitement of his mother on the bank of the river, was standing at the edge of the boat. And he was looking at his mother with heavy excitement in his heart. And in his eyes were beaming with smile of rejoicing. And the leg of the young man slipped on the boat and he fell into the water. The body of that young man was never found. He lost in the water till tomorrow. At the time that the Gio was sharing this story, he said 2 months later, that woman remained in the bank of the river. She was using ordinary cup we used to drink water to beg the water from the ocean to find her child. If people meet her and ask her, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm bailing the water out so that I will find my child inside the water." If that woman remained bailing water till today, she won't be able to bail out the entire River Niger or River Benue. So the question is, where is God when this incident happened to this woman? The question is, where is God when situation look blank and blink? Where is God when situation don't make sense? Where is God where you cannot lay your hand on the solution? Wait and stay with me for a moment. We're going to answer that questions or those questions together. So, me paint one more picture to you. Where is God when a situation become the misery of itself? That is what we are talking about. After this Sunday, I might not be sharing with you on Sundays again. All our motivational talk will be changed to Saturdays now, 11 a.m. And it's going to be a Success Bread seminar every first Saturday of the month. So every first Saturday of the month, 11 a.m., a Success Bread will be reaching you live and direct. And then during the course of that time, other program of Success Bread can come in. I might come up to share with you some Saturdays like 11 a.m. But majorly, every first Saturday of the month is going to be Success Bread live and direct. And we're looking forward to how we could be able to bring it on Facebook, on Instagram, and on the Twitter, and then on YouTube at the same time, and all other media. So the question is, where is God when situation looks stupid? For those of us who are Christian, if you have looked through the book of Lamentation, that word lamentation is not just lamentation. That book was about an entire lamentation of the children of Israel. So where is God where those people were going through those lamentations? Where the children of Israel were in slavery in Egypt and they were constantly being subject to a hard labor. Where is God when situation looks stupid? Where is God when we cannot make sense or make headways of our situation? Here it is, my brother. Life has not been fair, will not be fair, and is not going to be fair. But if you can battle it day by day for something other than itself, we're going to see the good side of life. So where is God when situation don't make sense? A story was told in the book of Lamentation, where these children of Israel go through a hard labor. The Bible says even the virgins of Israel were being used to fetch firewood, were being used to make bricks to build houses. Where is God when all this were happening? Where is God when I was born into an abject poverty? It's so much poverty that I cannot pay my school fees. Where is God when I become a house help? Where is God when I was riding Okada? Where is God when I lost the house I was living? I ventured into insurance business and I was miserable. I could not sell insurance policy. I had to get out of there. Working with Honeywell Nigerian PLC, lost out with them. Where is God when I was about to drop out of school? Where is God when thousands of people have lost their job today? Where is God when you cannot feed your family anymore? Where is God? Where the organization you have served for your entire life look at you and say, brother, this is the end of the journey. Where is God? Where business doors that offer job to Christians are being closed down. Listen to this. It is a job or the work that lingers that glorify the name of God. It is the gold that is subject to the highest amount of furnace that come out purer. So the tougher the journey, the tougher you need to become. Where is God when situation looks stupid? Where is God when situation don't make sense? Here is the answer. God is still sitting down in heaven where he sat when his son Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross of Calvary. That is where God is when situation don't make sense. Then why is it darkest when it's about to be done? Listen to this. This is the first time I will give an answer to this question online. I have lived this question in several places before, and I save always the answers to myself. Because the wisdom of the wise is their treasury. So they serve it. The Christian Bible said, blessed is the rich man. When he went to the house of a poor man, he found a treasury there. And then he went back to his house. He sold everything that he had, that he will come and possess the treasury or the treasure in the house of the poor man. The wealth of the rich man is in the secret of his wisdom. The secret of men are in their story. Until you know what they know, you will not get what they get. Why is it darkest when it's about to be done? If you wake up around 5 a.m. and you go outside, you look at the way, it seems to be very dark, or it seems to be darker than what it was during the night. Why is it like that? Listen to this. This is the answer. It is because of the expectation of the dawn. I say it again. It is always darkest when it's about to be done because of the expectation of the dawn. It is not that the weather has suddenly become dark, but it's because by 7 a.m. is going to be dawn very bright. So the expectation of the dawn make men think that by 5 a.m. the weather is darker than what it is. It's never darker than what it is. It is because of the expectation of the dawn. That is why men think it is darker. I'm saying to you live and direct today, the coronavirus has come to wreak a lot of havoc. But those of us who will be in the world in the next 10 years will appreciate that the coronavirus has come to decentralize human activities, or has come to give us a better dimension of human activities. Listen to this. Don't go away. You have at one point or the other listen to the story of the Tower of Babel. In the story of the Tower of Babel, something happened. These people say, let us come together and build a tower that will go onto the heaven. That is building what? Vertically. But the plan of God for humanity is that go into the world, dominate. So when a man wants to dominate, that man needs to build horizontally and occupy space. When you build vertically, you leave the base to become bushy. So when you build horizontally, you occupy the space. According to geographers, they said the land space that is occupied by desert is more than the land space that is occupied by human being. That is why if you need to travel from Nigeria to United States of America, you need to spend like 24 hours to get there. Are there human beings along the way as you travel there? That is the question we need to go back and ask geographers. It is also said that the place occupied by water is more than the place occupied by land. Listen, I'm going somewhere. Don't just go away. What was the plan of God for humanity was to dominate, occupy, and build horizontally. But because of our limited thought as human beings, we were building what? Vertically, like the people who built the Tower of Babel. And God said, this is what these people imagined. And they could do anything they imagined to do. God was happy that nothing a man imagined to do that he cannot do. But something is wrong. They violate the law of dominion by building vertically to heaven. God don't want them to build vertically. It's a waste of resources. But God wants them to build horizontally. So what coronavirus, this is the point now, what coronavirus has come to do for us is to tell humanity that we have been building vertically for too long, that it is time to build horizontally. This is the point of advantages of COVID-19. This week, just this week, I attended nothing less than 10 seminars or different trainings or different webinars and so on. Those were programmed before that I need first of all to buy air flight to travel to Ghana, to South Africa, to UK, or maybe I need to travel to Abuja to be able to attend those programs. But today I could sit in the comfort of my house and I could attend seminar with any of these world leaders. You know, I attended training with the governor of Lagos State yesterday, just right in my parlor. But it was before. I need to travel to Necker House in Lagos, or I need to travel to Lagos Island. That will cost me like how much on the way? A lot of traffic, a lot of discomfort on the way to get there. But because God has come through this coronavirus to decentralize the way we do things, we can now see it in the comfort of our house, and then we can reach out to the entire world. Did you get the gist? So, where is God when situations don't make sense? Where is God when situations get worse? Listen to this. Situation get worse, or we think that situation has gotten worse because the situation is about to be better. The better ways of doing things is about to be happen, or it's about to happen. That is why the coronavirus has come as intermediate that will link us to the bridge of better ways of doing things. Listen to this. Life has a beginning, a middle, and an end. A proper understanding of this will help you to effectively manage your life. According to Christian faith, we believe that the life have a beginning, a life has a middle, and a life have an end. So if you look at it in the human cycle, when you were born as a child, you don't struggle, you don't look for what to eat and to drink. It is your father and your mother that look for what you could eat and drink. But when you get to the age of 18, your parents begin to shift away from you, give you some chances to discover yourself, to take your own stand, to struggle for your own food, to go to university and learn for yourself, to go into business and begin to do business for yourself. That is the middle of your life. And in the middle of your life is the moment of the greatest activities of your life. And the moment of the greatest activities of your life is a moment that is full of also ups and downs. Remember, as I said earlier, in the word of a wise man, that tough time never lasts, but tough people do. So, a lot of changes will occur to you during the course of your life, especially in the middle. of your life. So when you come across those changes, what will help you, my brother, to endure a difficult time is what you have already known before the difficult time comes. That is why a wise man once said that the true measure of a man is not where he stands in the moment of comfort and abundance, but where he stands in the moment of difficulties and inconveniences. So, my friend, the true measure of a man is the height of his determination, the zeal of his action, and the diameter of his passion. This is where the true measure of a man lies. I sound like a preacher today. Probably, maybe the church preaching method has entered my mind. But some people say we motivational speaker, we don't seem to know about the Bible, or sometimes how we balance public speaking with Bible and so on. Yes, these two things are very important. Motivational speaker read, they write, they motivate, they inspire. Bible is also a book of hope that teach, motivate, inspired. So, when we connect the two, we have a solid thing to deliver. But when we find ourselves in the environment where we can do one, we focused on it. But motivational speakers who are actually solid are people who have a ground in God. That is why even when we don't have a dime in our pocket, we feel cool, we feel calm, we feel excited, we are still happy, we are still moving, because we have a lot of information in us. Some people, as today, they look at it, oh, is it not this person? Sometimes we might meet him on the road. Oh, is it not this guy? We sit in the office together. What can he put in a book that we need to buy? Or what is he saying in the motivation that we need to buy? Listen to this. Throughout this week, I can't remember the day I slept by 12 o'clock. I sleep almost by 2 o'clock in the night. And as early as 6 a.m., I'm already in the bathroom going to prepare to go to work. So, listen to this very carefully. Listen to this very carefully. Men who are great are not just great by sudden flight. They, while their companions were sleeping, they were toiling upward in the night. So your display of knowledge is a function of your strong private life. Those who are waiting for us to become millionaire before, or become physical millionaire before they will listen to us, will be queuing in protocol to see us in future. Listen to this. The wealth of a man is in how much he has on his head. Listen to this. Coronavirus or no coronavirus, there are some people who will continue to explore new avenue and opportunity to make life and to make things happen. Stay with me in a moment. Don't just go away. I'm about to draw the curtain. But make sure you hear this. Where is God when the situation don't make sense? When I was asking myself this question, I come across a word of a young man called Daniel Jackson. He sang a song where he said life is not fair. Life is all about struggle. And then in that, his story, he gave a historical vehu of his life. He said, one day, I went to the farm with my father, and I asked my father, why is it that we go to farm every year? We plan from season to season. Why can't we plan sometime? And then after a while, we harvest, and then we sit at home and eat everything we have harvested. Please stay with me. And then eat everything that we have planted for that year, and then the next year, before we could plant for another season. And his father said to him, He said, my son is hanging there waiting for you. And then when the young man returned from the farm that day, he was looking at the rafter of the house to see what his father said. He's hanging there waiting for him, but he could not find anything. And then he said until he left his father to the city, where he said that he need to fend for his own life. That was when he discovered the word of his father, who said he's hanging there waiting for you. So, in life, you will come to discover that as a rich man is traveling from one part of the country to another, or from traveling from one region of the world to another to increase his wealth, the same way the poor man in the village is tilling the soil to make sure that he put the food on his table. That is the same way the market woman is also struggling for how to put food on her table. That is the same way the commuter and the cyclists on our city are driving very fast to make sure they take a delivery. That is the same way the airplane is taking on the airport to make sure they get to another country. That is the same way when a man and a woman become husband and wife, they struggle all through the night to give birth to a child. And when they give birth to a child at the point of the birth, and when the child is being born into the world, you know what the child begin to do? He begin to cry. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The cry of the child shows that I have been born into the world of wickedness. I have been born into the world of difficulties. I have been born into the world that is full of ups and downs. And then the child cried. Because a little child's spirit is empty, is very spiritual. So he understands where he's coming to. My brother, listen to this. As long as we live on earth, we will continue to experience ups and downs. But tough time never lasts. Tough people do. In 2007 and 2008, there was an economic crisis, economic downturn, and many people lost their investment. We bounce back. Here is coronavirus. The coronavirus will come and go. But my challenge to you, my brother, it is darkest because of the expectations of the dawn. Don't let another coronavirus meet you the same place again. This is my challenge to you today. Because the darkness, another darkness, will still come to cover the face of the earth. So you need to do something about your life. Why is it darkest when it's about to be done? Comes on Saturday, the 1st of August. I'm going to be sharing with you on Success Bread Monthly Seminar on the topic, Economic Cancer of the Bone. The menace to avoid. Don't miss that day for anything. Because many young people have become a manufacturers of excuses. And their life has become miserable. 2008 economic crisis made some people the same way coronavirus has made them today. Not me. Economic crisis of 2018 met me when I was struggling, trying to seek admission to university. By the grace of God today, I'm in a paid employment. But before another major economic crisis will hit the earth, I will become a businessman. So, don't allow the same situation to meet you in the same place for too long. My brother, we got to get up and do something for our destiny. We got to wake up and set out anyhow, anyway. Because what I discover is that great entrepreneur will be born during this time. So forget about the thinking that it is darkest by 5 a.m. It is not darkest. It's because of the expectation of the dawn. That is why men thought it was darkened. God is seated in heaven. When situation don't make sense, He's not going to live there. No situation will make God to leave heaven. So you will be the one to struggle anyhow you can, so that at the end of the journey, you will make it to heaven where you will meet God in the comfort of His abode. Life is not fair. Has not been fair. It's not going to be fair. But if you battle it day by day for something other than itself, life is going to give you something other than you met it. Listen to this. There's a story of a young man called Saul in the book of the Bible. Saul went through his lockdown when at first his brother took away his birthright, and when his father was about to die, he was about to give him a blessing. But his brother Jacob, who was a supplanter, took away his blessing. And Esau cried, and he said, my father, is there no one little blessing that you could give to me? And his father said, my son, I'm very sorry, I've given all the blessing to your brother. Esau never give up. He said, my father, even if it is a token, if it is an iota of blessing, give it to me. And his father said, though I have given all the blessing to your brother, but when a time shall come, when you will travail, and you will take dominion, and you will break the yoke of thy neck. And then Esau went with the might of that iota of blessing. Though Esau did not become the lineage of blessing in Egypt, but the Bible makes me to understand about 20-something years later, when Jacob was returning from where he sojourned, and Esau was going to welcome him, the Bible says Esau was in company of about 4,000 men, 4,000 foot soldiers. 4,000 foot soldiers were with Esau to welcome his brother. When Jacob looked at Esau, he was dazed. He became iota of nothing. He thought his brother has hired an army. But Esau made him to understand, these are my workmen. And then Jacob prepared some thousands of sheep to give to Esau as an offering or as a gift. Esau looked at him and said, my brother, never mind, I have enough. Ha ha ha. Yekata mazanda. Alikaka masoto legabu shatona. If you don't give up on yourself, someday those who think that you are the mercy of their life will come to you begging for bread. Don't give up on yourself, my brother. I was once a houseboy in this city, but the people I become a houseboy to them then, I am their teacher today. And not only will they up there, a day is coming that those same people will come looking for us to be a solution to their biggest problem. It will happen by all means. If you don't give up on yourself, what you think is the darkest moment of your life will become the best opportunity that you have ever imagined. Coronavirus could be the worst nightmare on earth, but it's going to be the greatest altar or the greatest wind of change that has come to open the human eyes of reasoning and foresightness. Don't give up yet, my brother. Esau bounced back, and the Bible make me to understand that Esau become a nation. He is the father of Edom. Do you know when the children of Israel were leaving the land of Egypt to possess the Canaan land, what did God say? He said, don't touch the people of Edom. They were the children of Esau, your brother. Do nothing to them. Do you know the children of Edom? Ha ha ha. There were people who gave birth to kind of human being that the spies refer to as the sons of Anak. They are giant human beings. They were born from the land of Edom through the instrumentality of the determination and tenacity of Esau, who refused to give up on himself. When Jacob returned, Esau has become a very wealthy man with thousands of army in his command, taking care of his activities. His wife has given birth to numbers of children. Don't give up on yourself. Those who give up on their way to success don't know how close they were. Oh my God. Help somebody that this word will sink into his heart and provoke some new dimension of thinking and behavior. In the next 5 minutes, we are out of here. I've spent exactly 40 minutes. So what am I talking about? Stay there. Tough time never lasts. But tough people do. Have you been to an ocean before? On a normal day, there are thousands of ships on the ocean, sailing to different directions, but the wind is blowing to one direction. How come the boat did not capsize? It depends on how the sailor set the sail. Are there problems on earth? Yes. Is there pandemic? Yes. Are people losing their job? Yes. Are businesses closed down? Yes. In fact, are young people misbehaving? Yes. Both male and female, many of them have become homosexual. All manner of things are going on in human society today. Are there immorality? Yes, there are. Are there overwhelming problems and circumstances? Yes, there are, and there will be. But the point of the matter is not how many problems are available to human society to go through, but the greatest challenge will be how you handle the problem that you come in contact with in your journey. Because every journey that will be meaningful is a journey that is full of crisis, or is a journey that is full of ups and downs. The downs show you the lesson that you needed to pick so that you can run along. There is a lady called Celine Dion, one of the best singers in the United States of America. In one of her lyrics, entitled, I can't remember the title now, You Are My Angel. Listen to what she said. He said, no mountain is too high to climb. He said, no river is too wide to cross. He said, all you need to do is when you pray, believe that the answer has been given. And then the morning will come. The Christian Bible says that after the night, the morning will come. Okay, let me put it in a better way. He said, tears may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Brethren, strong men will come into a problem and they will come out of it stronger. Weak men will come into problem. They will remain there. They will lament. The weaker men, they will come in contact with the problem. They will run back to where they are. Are you a great man or are you a weak man? I am Benson Adema, your in-house motivational speaker. I focus on peak performance, personal development, and life coach. When I say I center on personal development, it's the area of my life that I have successfully conquered. I came to the city of Lagos with my secondary school certificate, very primitive, 0 before decimal point. But I begin to read one book or the other, listen to inspirational messages, listen to the word of God, and today I am better than who I was. I have been able to conquer myself through personal development. Many of us, I see us with a lot of timidity, a lot of low self-esteem. When you read books, it will kill your low self-esteem naturally. Are you in that dilemma of saying yes, yes, yes and become Mr. Yes? Read more books. You will conquer yourself and you'll be able to say no sometime that will save your head. Books I have read have not made me arrogant, but they make me wiser than who I was. And tomorrow I'm going to be better than who I am now. My brother, don't give up on yourself yet. Life is a journey. Everything in it is a process. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Come 1st of August, 11 a.m. That day is Saturday. We'll be reaching you live and direct for Success Breast Seminar, a monthly seminar. Please, make it a date with us. And thank you all of you who participate live today. And for those of you who are going to listen to this broadcast later, no matter the economy of this nation, you shall eat the best of the land. Either the devil like it or not, it shall be well with you. Anywhere you go, because of the wind of the change that is blowing on earth today, God will deposit an idea in your heart that will liberate you and your family forever. In the name of God. It shall be well with you. Stay cool, stay happy. Think of what? If life hit you hard and you want to fall on the ground, don't fall with your face down, fall with your face up. Because if you can look up, you can get up. So don't give up on yourself yet. With that determination in your heart, you definitely can make a difference. I love you from the bottom of my heart as I love myself. Thank you so much for being there. I might not be able to mention your name one by one, but I love you all. Bye for now. Till 1st of August, Benson Adema, remain your in-house motivational speaker, reaching you live and direct from Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos is a commercial city here in Nigeria, in West Africa. This is what we do. Encourage men and women with a view to increase their corporate productivities. You could call us to your church. You could call us to your organization. You could call us to your company. You could call us to any gathering of men and women to motivate them. If you notice that your family is down with lack of motivation, you can call us. We believe like fuel that power a car, motivation power your soul for better performance. A little dose of motivation every day will make you a catalyst for success. This is where we draw the curtain for today. Thank you.